In this verse, today we will learn self-criticality and self-evaluation from Bhagavad Gita perspective. So many times people think, sometimes the modern philosophers accuse that in the Vedic literature, many wrong things are there and that is all hidden. Only some good things they try to show. But actually we can see very openly Krishna speaking about something that is cheating people or public. And there is never a place where if it is something wrong that is hidden or covered up, it is openly discussed in Vedic literature. What is right is accepted. What is not right is openly condemned. Like in this verse, where Krishna is saying that if somebody is not acting, he's not engaging in action, he's restraining his knowledge acquiring senses and working senses, restraining from action, but actually interested in the result. He wants to enjoy the result, but he's not acting. He's thinking that I've renounced, so I should not do any work. But in the heart, there is a desire to enjoy. So such a person is called vimudhatma. You are a fool. Krishna is saying mudha, fool, foolish, because that is not the right way of practicing spiritual life. It is not any yoga. Yoga is not what is according to what Arjuna is thinking. So at the same time, you are also fooling people. So you are a cheater. Mithyachari savuchyate. So this is a self-evaluation. How do we check ourselves? Like for example, in Bhagavatam, we see there is an example of Saubhari Rishi. How Saubhari Rishi, a great yogi, he was very concerned that he should not get disturbed by outside attractions. So he went inside the water and he was doing meditation. And there also he got disturbed after doing thousands of years of tapasya. So he came out with a lot of material desires to fulfill the material desire. So if Srimad Bhagavatam wanted to project only good things, then they should have not written about all such things. See how great yogi fell down like that. No, they are presenting everything. How there are weaknesses, how there are vulnerabilities, like Vishwamitra, a great sage who acted in the capacity of a spiritual master of Supreme Lord Sri Ram. God doesn't require any spiritual master, but that seva was done by Vishwamitra. Somebody has to play that role. That means what is their position? Even that personality, such great personality, so he had to go through his weakness at one point in time. And Ramayana openly discusses about it. See, there was this great man and this was his weakness and this is how he had to go through his weakness. So why they are not trying to say, okay, he's only a great man. So there is nothing, there was no weakness about this person. Why? Because two things. So Vedic literature tell us how we make progress. How there is a point where there is something called weakness and how these great personalities, they overcome those weakness, they worked hard, they overcome and they become great people. So we should all know this, that there is nothing to hide, there is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, if you hide, that is that we should be ashamed of. When we hide and try to project people as if we are great people, that is cheating. But when admits and takes treatment for that and work hard and try to overcome that, that is being appreciated. Like Vishwamitra's case, a great sage working very hard to become Brahma Rishi, but there are impediments like kama, krodha, like such things, and he worked thousands of years and did tapasya and finally overcome that. Sadhana and sadhaka means it is not, oh, what others will think, what somebody will think about me, about my weakness, about my vulnerabilities. No, that is not what we are interested. As Krishna is saying that we should not fool ourselves, neither we should cheat outsiders. There are two types of cheating. Cheating ourselves and cheating outsiders. When you cheat yourself, then you are called fool. Vimodhatma. You are thinking something wrong and thinking that is correct. That is vimudhatma. When we are only fooling ourselves, then we are vimudhatma. But when you are also fooling outsiders, then you are mithyachari. That is more dangerous. Fooling ourselves, it's only limited to me, but I'm also fooling others. That is mithyachari. So what is Krishna saying? We should evaluate ourselves. The background of this verse is Krishna ended Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, saying that we have to control our senses, practice karma yoga, karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. We have to work but not be interested in the result. And when we work in this consciousness, we will be peaceful. Shantim adhigacchati. One attains everlasting peace in this manner. Yes, we have to work but not being interested in the result for enjoying for ourselves. So that brings peace. So we all want to be peaceful, but the secret of being peaceful is what? That we should work but not with the consciousness of desire to enjoy the result for ourselves. So, but Arjuna's confusion was, if I want to be peaceful, shantim adhigacchati, that means we should not even do action only. Not getting the result is equal to not doing the action. That was Arjuna's confusion. If I don't want result, that means I should not even do the action, work only. So he was asking Krishna, you have told me that we should be peaceful, but at the same time you are asking me to fight. How is it possible? How can I fight and at the same time how can I be peaceful? So if you don't want me to enjoy the result, that means I should not do work only. So even though Krishna spoke about karma yoga, but that was very small thing in the 2nd chapter. That is why 3rd chapter is complete about karma yoga. So Krishna is clarifying, you can work and you can also be interested in the result. That is one category of people who are called karma kanda people. They work also, they are interested in the result also. If the result is not there, they will not work. That is the symptom of karma kanda people. They work for the result. And there are also people, vikarma. They work for the result, but they are not worried. What is the style of work? It can be even sinful work, but they are so much obsessed about result. At any cost, they want the result. That is called vikarma. They are also working, but they are not really bothered about methodology of their work. So they are called vikarmis. At the same time, there are karmis. They are not doing anything wrong method. They are also working, but they work for result. So Krishna rejected both. He told Arjuna, don't be vikarmi, don't be karmi, but you should be karma yogi. And what is that karma yogi? You should work, but you should not work for result for yourself. You should not work for, but the work is there. The action is there. Now, if somebody misunderstands, oh, I don't want result, so I will not do work also. So that is a person that is being discussed. So Krishna is warning Arjuna, don't be foolish. What is that foolishness? Because I don't want the result, so I will not do my action also. Then you are mudha, you are foolish. And now what will happen? You go and tell others also, you know why I did not fight? Because I didn't want to enjoy the property of Hastinapura. I didn't want to enjoy this name, fame of being a successful after the Kurukshetra war. So then you are also cheating others. Why? Because you have renounced your prescribed duties. That is why immediately after this shloka, the next comes in the 3rd chapter is a concept of Yagna. This is the 6th verse. Immediately the concept of Yagna comes. Yagnarthat karmanaha. Karmana is there. Okay, Arjuna may say, I am not interested in the result, so I will not work. But Krishna is saying, no, you should work karmanaha, for not for you, for Yagna, for the satisfaction of the Lord, Yagna. Yagnarthat karmanaha, anyatra, otherwise, if you simply renounce the work. Anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Arjuna was thinking, oh, I think I will get freedom by renouncing the work. I'll not do this so that I'll not get any reaction, especially sinful reaction, killing my own family members, kulakshaya, kulagna, all those things. But no, our Krishna is saying, even if you don't do your work also, you are going to get bandhana, karma bandhana. Why? Because you are renounced for sense gratification. So that is one type of foolishness. Not understanding, oh, I will not do my work. So Prabhupada is saying, sometimes in spiritual life, we think that because I have become spiritual, so I will not do certain type of activities. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm a devotee, so I should not do X activity, Y activity, Z activity. Like once Prabhupada called one of his devotees and told that please go to electricity board, in US he told, go to electricity board and talk to them, convince them to get this electricity connection free of cost. We are a charitable organization. So that devotee was thinking, how is it possible? Why will somebody agree to this kind of thing? Like that. So he went and he came back and told Prabhupada they didn't agree this. So then Prabhupada said, okay, I will go myself. So Prabhupada himself went and convinced that man of electricity board to give electricity connection to that storefront what Prabhupada had rented for first temple in New York, and also got some donation from that person. So no, I'm only a devotee, I will only sit and chant, this kind of work and all I cannot do. This is not my devotee work. No, yajnarthat karmanaha. We cannot renounce any work like that. If it is for the satisfaction of the Lord, it could be any such work. So we cannot renounce. You may say, no, I'm not interested in the result, so I'll not do this. It could be any work, but we have to do that. That is our prescribed duty. So because Krishna in this next portion of Yajna, he's saying that how we are all a part. We are amsha. As amsha, we belong to the whole. Third chapter begins with this concept. We belong to whole. There is some whole system, purnaha, and we are amshaha. So as amsha, always we are taking or we are dependent on purna. What is that purna? What is that complete whole? That is something that's going to develop from third chapter. It could be, my own family. You see, I came from my father and mother. So that means I'm incomplete without my immediate creators, father and mother. So that means now I cannot say me and my life. No, there is something that I need to contribute back to my whole system. So this is maybe a primitive understanding of the whole. What is that? Purnaha. Then as your intelligence advances, you see the whole is not just my father and mother, entire community. I have a community. If without that community, even my father and mother would have not existed. Like my grandparents, like there's some communities there. So then slowly you realize, no, not just my immediate relatives community, it is my country. And then whole world, vasudhaiva kutumbakam, the universe. So your idea of the complete goes on expanding till you come to the point of Supreme Lord Krishna. Purnamidam Purnamadam Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Evavashishyate. Ishopanishad says it is a Supreme Lord who is that complete whole. Complete whole. So in that complete whole, there are multiple intermediate stages are there. So here immediately Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, what did he say? He said that Saha yajna praja srishtva puro vacha prajapatihi. He said that in the beginning of the creation, I've sent forth some system of complete. Complete means which takes care of each other. So you have to do something for that system, and that system will do something for you. And this is called prescribed duty. Just like now coming again at the lowest level, the system is Varanashrama Dharma. In the Varnashrama Dharma, Arjuna is a Kshatriya. And as a Kshatriya, he receives something from the remaining three Varnas and he has to contribute back something to the three Varnas. So Brahmanas will give guidance to Kshatriyas, Vaishyas will bring wealth for Kshatriyas, and Shudras will work hard and help the Kshatriyas. So being a Kshatriya, I am a receiver of this knowledge from Brahmanas, wealth from the Vaishyas, and service from Shudras. So I can't just receive and enjoy and say that when the difficult time comes, I say, I'm sorry, I feel very difficult now, I cannot do anything. Like Arjuna, he said, oh, now the crisis, Vishame Samupasthitam, the war has to happen. At that time, he suddenly felt, no, I am feeling uncomfortable to fight with my own family members, so I will not fight. No, you cannot say like this. You have received so much help from all the three Varnas. Now you have to contribute back. And that is called Yajna. Yajna means what you have to contribute back to the system, the whole system. You cannot. That is called prescribed duty. And when anybody refuses to contribute back after receiving, that leads to bandhana, that leads to sin, agham papam, that leads to sin. Now Arjuna enjoyed a life of a Kshatriya, living in a big palace, big chariot, so many servants, knowledge, everything is there. I have enjoyed. Now when the time comes to fight, you say that no, I will not. Like a soldier, every month takes salary. And now the war is declared. Now you say, no, I'm feeling very difficult. I think I cannot handle this much tension and anxiety in the war field. So I think my hands are shivering, my body is, all those things. I think I'll not fight. No, you enjoyed your salary so many months. Now when the war has come, you have to fight, you have to contribute back. So that is the concept of Yajna. Yajna means you have received from the entire system. Now you have to contribute back. What is that whole? That as per your advancement of consciousness, you understand what is the whole. The correct and final understanding of that whole is Krishna. He is that Yajna Purusha. But to start with, it could be your own immediate community. So, but instead of doing that, if you say, no, I will not act, then you are called, first you are called Vimudha, you are a foolish. And you are not only foolish because you are not contributing back, you are also cheater. Mithyachari you are a cheater. All of us are like that. God has created all of us as interdependent. It's an interdependent world that we live in. And the best interdependent world is Varanashrama Dharma. The best interdependent. There are 8 things are there in Varna Ashrama. 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas. All of them are interdependent. All of them receive something from the rest of the society, and all of them have to contribute back to the rest of the society. And it's a perfect interdependence system. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. This is 4 Varna. And what are the 4 ashramas? Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. Now Brahmana says, oh, I am a Brahmana. I don't need anyone else. No, it doesn't work like that. You may be a nice Brahmana sitting and reading Shastra. If Kshatriyas are not there to protect you, give you a safe atmosphere, you cannot practice your Brahmanism. Somebody will come and cut your throat. Or somebody will come and take away your scriptures and burn them. So you need a protected atmosphere to practice your Brahmanism. And that protected atmosphere is created by Kshatriyas. Only then you can be a Brahmana. So that means you need Kshatriyas. And Kshatriyas can do all these things if somebody provides wealth for this. It requires resources. Let's say I need some 10 people to protect this place. I have to give salary to 10 people. I need that much wealth. So Vaishyas generate the wealth. Otherwise even Kshatriyas cannot do their job. They will be all alone. They need more people help. That means you need wealth. So you need Vaishyas. And for Vaishyas to do their work, for Kshatriyas to do their work, Brahmanas to do their work, they all need service class of people. That is Shudras. So even one category is not there, remaining people get impacted. They're all interdependent. Okay, now in a safe atmosphere, I am aram say, studying scripture and all that, but I will not go and preach. I will only study Shastra and remain myself. No. Brahmana's job is to go back and share the knowledge. Because others, they are spending their time and energy for what? For doing their work so that you later go and share your knowledge with them. So everybody has to receive something and they have to go back and give something. Like in ashrama, brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. So in this ashram, brahmacharis are students. As we have seen, mostly students, 99.99%, they are fully engaged in adhyayana, getting the knowledge. So that is a time where they are fully spending their time for knowledge. So they are not going out and earning money for their livelihood and all that. So then who will provide them? Who will take care of them? Grihasthas. Grihasthas have to supply what students require, food and all that. That is why every day the students will go, bhavati bhikshan dehi, they will say, something they will collect and they will come back and take care. That means brahmacharis are not earning money. They are not making any arrangement for their own life. They are dependent on grihasthas. Then vanaprasthas. They are also not earning. They have already left home. They are also dependent on grihasthas. And sannyasis, they are not making money, they are not going to job, they are not earning money. So they are also dependent on grihasthas. So grihastha has the responsibility of taking care of themselves, their own family, also brahmacharis and vanaprasthas and sannyasis. Just see this. What a serious job it is being a grihastha means. But today, unfortunately, a grihastha is struggling to maintain one's own family. Where is the question of maintaining these remaining people? That is why this system is broken. Because life has become so complicated and so tough that a grihastha is no more able to maintain one's own family. Then where is maintaining of remaining people? Isn't it? That is why brahmacharis are not there, vanaprasthas are not there, sannyasis are not there. Because who will maintain them? Government is saying it is not our job. You pay your sannyasi, brahmachari, whoever. You pay your electricity bill, you pay your water bill. We are not interested in who you are. So like this, everybody has told you have to take care of yourself. Then if I have to take care of myself, then where is the time for me to practice sannyasa, vanaprastha, brahmacharya? I also have to do the same earning money business. But what is the problem? If sannyasis are not there, then who will show the importance of renunciation and vairagya to all of us? Everybody will become attached to material world. Somebody has to set that example of renouncing, practicing renunciation and practicing this vairagya, achieving moksha, liberation, so that people always know, okay, this is what I have to become. Otherwise, society will become completely materialistic. It will become selfish, materialistic. Like this, all the Varnas and Ashramas are interdependent. That is complete system, the whole. Now, Arjuna is what? Is Kshatriya. So now, being a Kshatriya, if he says, I will not fight now. So what will happen? Imbalance will happen in the society. So Arjuna will say, at this point in time, I will not do. Then tomorrow Vaishya will say, no, Vaishya's one of the job is to travel. For business purpose, they have to travel everywhere, so much, a lot of hard work will be there. Then they will say, no, I will not do my work now. It's very difficult for me. What is one reason for Arjuna not to fight? He said, it is very painful. How can I fight with my own people? So it is painful. So because it is painful, because it is difficult, because it is inconvenient, so I will not do this. So then tomorrow everybody will say the same reason. It is difficult for me, it is inconvenient for me, it is painful for me. Arjuna is saying, how can I fight with my own family member? Then Vaishyas will say, how can I leave my own family members and go far away for a business and all? So it will be very painful for me to be away from my parents and all, be away from children, be away from wife. I will also not travel, I will also not do business. Then Shudras also will say, oh, I have to go somewhere and do my work. I have to go away from my family and it's very difficult. I will not do this. Everybody will say the same thing. So that is why Krishna first spoke a concept called Yajna. What is that? Yajnarthat karmanaha anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. You have to contribute back. And that contribution back to the whole system, which is called Yajna, is called prescribed duty. So what did Krishna say? Krishna said, if somebody does not do this prescribed duty, what is the effect of that? Effect is that annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyan anna sambhavaha. And then Krishna told, our food, we are dependent on food. And food is dependent on rain. And the rain is dependent on Yajna. That is the Lord's arrangement. If we all do not do what is our contribution back. Why Varanashrama Dharma? Varanashrama Dharma says, what you can take, what you have to give back. This clarity is there in Varanashrama Dharma. Now I only take, but I will not give back. That leads to disruption in the society. And that disruption finally has impact on the nature, and the nature also non-cooperates. Like in the Ramayana, we heard this story of King Romapada of Angaraja, right? What did he do? He promised all the Brahmanas that after the Yajna, I will give lot of dakshina to all of you. Brahmanas never asked. Isn't it? Brahmanas never asked. Why? Because Vedas it is said, asantushto dvija nashtaha. The moment Brahmana is unhappy with what he has received, Shastra says your Brahmanatva is lost. Asantushtaha dvija nashtaha. So those Brahmanas who had come to Romapada's Yajna, they were happy. Why? Because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Yadricha labha santushtaha. Whatever comes, we are happy. That is a real Brahmana. Real Brahmana means whatever Krishna gave without me asking, I'm happy with that. So they came, they went off. But he had promised. The king had promised that I will give lot of dakshina. And now he defaulted. That means what? He deviated from his duty, prescribed duty, responsibility. What was the result of that? The result was, there was no rain. There was a drought in the Angaraj for 12 years. 12 years. There was no rain. That is what in Bhagavad Gita it is said. If you don't do your prescribed duty, there will be no rain. And when that Romapada was thinking, why it is not raining? Why it is not raining? Why there is so much of disturbance in the society? It is sometimes too hot, sometimes it is too cold, there is no rain or there is so much rain. Why all this is happening? Because we are deviating from our... See, it is we have to very carefully understand this system. We have to care. If everybody stop paying electricity board, your electricity bill, what will happen on final day? What will happen? There will be no electricity. Now you may think how it is possible. Everything is interconnected. I am using electricity, but I will not pay electricity bill. So finally, if everybody does the same thing, there will be disruption. How will the government run? How will they manage this expenditure of electricity production? So then they say, okay, finally there will be no electricity for you. Like that, if we do not do our responsibilities, there will be imbalance in the nature because we are all interdependent. We are interdependent. We are connected to nature. The moment we default in one way or the other, finally the consequence is going to come back. That's what Krishna said. Saha yajna praja srishtva puro vacha prajapatihi anena pravishyadhyam esha ishta kamadu. You do your responsibility, you will get what you have to get. If you don't do your responsibility, you will not get what you have to get. So Krishna told, Devan bhava yatanena te deva bhava yantuta. You have to contribute back to devatas. And what does the devatas want from us? What do you think government want from us? The government want all of us to do our responsibility. What is our responsibility? Time to time pay your bill. Whatever bill you have used, water you have used, electricity you have used, you have to pay back. This is called Yagna. What you have used, what you have enjoyed, for that now you contribute back. That is a basic minimum responsibility. And when you do that, the Devatas will do their responsibility. Devatas are like higher government officials, right? So when you do your job, they can perform their responsibility. So in this way, Krishna said, mutually, what is Krishna word? Parasparam bhavayantaha. What is the meaning of paraspara? Mutual. It is mutual. You are taking, you also contribute back. So people, what do they think? Oh, it's all free of cost. Sunlight is coming free of cost. Yes, it is free of cost as long as you do your duties, prescribed duties. If you think I can tell lies, I can cheat, I can get corrupt, I can do all those things. You see, nowadays we see this. Government office, or so many places, not just government office, even private also. Everybody thinks it is not my work. Even whatever is their work also, they think it is not their work. Let's say one file has to move. So they will think, you come, till you ask, I will not do anything for your file. One file will go to and give to government office. 1 month over, after that we go, sir, what happened? Where is our file? It is there only. You didn't come. Okay, I didn't come, but why didn't you do your job? Is it that government says, those people, if nobody comes, you don't move the file? No, whether I come or not come, I submitted to you, I paid my fees. After that, you have to do your job, no? No, that file is lying down like that only. Why? Why should I do? You come, you follow up with me. Every day you make that work move. Otherwise, the work will not move. Nowadays, you can see, it is called follow-up. Those who are doing any work, they will know. Follow up, follow up, follow up. We have to keep on following up with people. Otherwise, no work will happen. Why we have to follow up? Why don't you do what you are committed? Why somebody has to follow up with you? This is the problem. Without follow up, can you do what is prescribed to you? What you are accountable for? Extra, I can follow up. I can understand. Let's say, according to prescribed duty, you have to do some job in 3 days. But I want that to happen in 1 day. Then I have to come, beg, all that, and I have to follow up and all. But whatever you have to do from your side, for that, why should I follow up? Or somebody will say, okay, whatever normal work has to happen. Right? Like when we did some land registration, somebody has to now print our name in whatever documents and give back. Now that person is saying, okay, you purchase the land. Now till you give me some money, I'm not going to do this work. No, for that already government is paying you salary to do your work. Why extra money you need? Whatever is prescribed duty for you, why you need this? So this is what Krishna is saying. When you default, when you don't do what your prescribed duty is, there will be imbalance. Finally, you only have to face that consequences. There will be no rain, excess rain, heat, cold, nature disturbance. We have to face the consequences. That's why Krishna said the concept of yajna is so important in human civilization. What is this concept of yajna? What I receive, I am also accountable for giving back. Giving back to from the system where I received everything. Isn't it? Let's say if I'm a government officer, I'm receiving something called salary. So in return, I should give back. No? What should I give back? I should give back my roles and responsibility. When I do my roles and responsibility, that is the meaning of giving back, contributing back. So now I'm receiving sunlight, oxygen, water, Like there's so many things, bhuta, apta, nara, so many things. I have to give back. That is called yajna, bhuta yajna, pitru yajna. Like this, there are panchasuna yajnas are there. When you keep doing that, panchasuna yajna means contributing back, everything will be taken care very nicely. The moment we default, then there will be some disturbance. Then there will be no peace, no prosperity. So today, the suffering in Kali Yuga that we see is because people think, oh, what is there? I will not do my job. You know, one story that one king told everybody tomorrow bring some milk and put in one tank. There is one tank made. So there is some cooking or something. For some reason, king told all of you should bring some milk and put in this tank. So everybody thought, anyway, others will bring. I will carry water and I'll put. So this is how we think. Others will do their job. What is the harm if I don't do my work? So everybody brought the water, and finally when the tank was opened, only water was there. Everybody thinks, let others do their job. I will not do my work. I'll just go and sleep. I'll just go late. You know, this is another problem. People say, let everybody come on time. Oh, I will go 5 minutes late. Please understand, every moment of our life is a yajna. We have to contribute back. What is that contribution means? As if some extra I'm giving. No. What is your roles and responsibility? That itself is called yajna. For a kshatriya, a war is a yajna. And Arjuna has to fight, and that is yajna for him. He cannot decline and say, oh no, I will not fight. For you, your yajna is what? Giving protection to citizen. Protection from adharma government of Duryodhana. People are not safe. Like a Draupadi woman, she's unsafe. She was dragged into Sabha and she was disrespected. Then what confidence the citizens will have in that kind of government? So you have to give protection to citizens. That is a yajna that Arjuna has to perform. So when we decline our yajna, thinking that, oh, now I am sannyasi, now I am a devotee, now I am a spiritualist. That means now I will not do my duty. That's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, Dushtamana tumi kiser Vaishnava. Dushtamana, you wicked person, you wicked mind, tumi kiser Vaishnava. What kind of devotee are you? He's referring to people of like this, what he's saying. Krishna is saying, Dushtamana tumi kiser Vaishnava. What is that? Nirjanara ghare, pratishtara. You are going to some secluded place and you are doing pratishtha of chanting. You are doing pratishtha of some spiritual activities. Oh, I'm chanting. Tomar harinam kevala kaitava. Your so-called spiritual life is nothing but cheating. Kaitava. Why? Because you are doing all these things, but inside your heart you are still interested in some enjoying result. Like you can go to whoever is saying, I'll not do my work. Or you don't want your salary, is it? Okay, you come late for office. You delay your work, no problem. But you will not get your salary. No, I want my salary. Not only I want my salary, I want bonus, I want promotion also. Why this government is not giving you promotion? And people also come, they do some work. After that say, sir, give me some tips also. No? First you come late, you delayed our work, you put us into anxiety, tension, and you didn't do what your responsibility was. On top of that tell, no, now give me some more money also. This is adharma. When you are not doing your work, at that time, you should have thought, I don't want result also. No, you want result, but you are not ready to do your responsibility. You are not ready to do your prescribed duty. Simple thing. Like one meeting is there. It is set 10 o'clock, the meeting is going to begin. Now I am thinking, okay, I'll go 10 minutes late. So what? Remaining 9 people out of 10 people are waiting for you. They've come on time. They're waiting for you. Now I'm going late. What is this? What is this? It is like Arjuna saying, I will not do my duty. You may have your own reason. We may have our own reason why I'm coming late. But this is not Yajna. Why? Because remaining 9 people have contributed to you by coming on time. And when you decline to be on time, it is as good as defaulting your responsibility. Defaulting our responsibility. This leads to karma bandhana. It leads to karma bandhana. Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. When I received something from others, I am also obliged to contribute back. I am also obliged to contribute back. From this concept of obligation of Yajna in the 3rd chapter, you should come to the idea of I have to contribute not out of obligation, but out of love. That is considered as highest advancement. So it begins with what? Obligation. And then it comes to the point of gratitude. And from the gratitude, it comes to the point of love. In that love also, spontaneous love, unconditional love, I want to contribute back. And that is the stage, is considered as a liberated stage, highest stage of our existence. So now Arjuna, forget about love, forget about gratitude. It is appearing as just, I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it. I am not comfortable. It is painful to me, so I'll not do this. So it is even less than the basic expectation. That is why Krishna was very heavy. Krishna called it is moodha, it is foolishness. What is obligation also you are not doing. Like we will have service list. What is service list? Is it obligation, or is it gratitude, or is it a love, spontaneous love? Out of these 3, what is service list? It is obligation. We are together, so I am doing my service so that somebody else will do their service. Somebody else has cooked for me. Somebody else cleaned this place. Somebody else paid the electricity bill and rent. So I have to do my duty. No, आज मन नहीं लग रहा है. मेरा मूड ठीक नहीं है आज. I don't want to do my duty. Then I'm not doing yajna. I get agham papam for that. Unnecessarily, if I escape, for whatever reason it is, whether it is valid reason, invalid reason, if I don't do my prescribed duty, it leads to sinful reaction. Bhunjate tu agham papam. Agham papam. Atma karanat. For atma karana, for selfish reason, for personal reason, if I don't do yajna, then what is the result? Agham papam. It is sinful. So service list is like obligation. Now, the devotees have to rise to the point, not because service list I'll do, because of gratitude I will do. I am a recipient of so much. Isn't it? So let me out of gratitude do. I've received, I'm benefited so much. As a gratitude, what should I do? Isn't it? And then at last, out of love. Love means nobody has asked you anything, but on your own you are doing it. Can I do this for you? Can I do this for you? Can I do this for you? That is love. So that is why the conclusion is Krishna told Arjuna, don't be a cheater. Why you will become a cheater? It is not appreciated. Oh, Arjuna renounced the war. Nobody is going to appreciate. You took so much all these days, and now you are saying, I don't want. No. When the time to contribute comes, when the time for contribution comes, that time you suddenly talk about renunciation. That is also there. That if it is a valid renunciation, that is different. But this is not valid renunciation. It is escapism. Because why it is called escapism? Because it is selfish reason. It is difficult for me. I don't like this. I am not excited about this. I don't see any benefit for me in this. So I will say, no, I think I'll not do this. So that is escapism. Such escapism is criticized, is condemned by Krishna as vimodhatma and mithyachara. You cheat yourself, then you are a fool. You cheat yourself and others, then you are a cheater. So Krishna is asking Arjuna to think, are you a mudha? Are you a mithyachari? Don't be either. Be a karma yogi. Even if it is not nice, exciting, beneficial for you, still you have to do your karma. And then Krishna, after speaking Yajna, spoke about yad acharati shrestha tad evetaro janaha. We have to set example. And then Krishna gave the example of Janak Maharaj. He said even great personalities like Janak Maharaj, who is called Raja Rishi. Arjuna wanted to become a Rishi. But Krishna told, see, already in the past there were some Rishi kind of people, but they did not go away like you. They were Rishi, but they also did their responsibility. Then finally Krishna gave his own example. He said, I have no obligation to do anything, but even then I am doing, to set example. So the point is that the Shastras are giving the scale to evaluate ourselves, to criticize ourselves, so that we know the standard. We don't need somebody to criticize us. We don't need somebody to evaluate us. The scripture themselves give the scale, so that I can take that scale and check myself. Where I am. Am I a mudha? Am I a mithyachari? Am I fooling myself? Am I cheating others? Or am I practicing karma yoga? Right? That is why Prabhupada's organization is so beautiful. It never taught escapism in the name of spirituality. Every individual devotee, Prabhupada said, you have to work hard like Arjuna. No complacency. There is no laziness. There is no, in the name of spirituality. Some people think ashram means vishram. Ashram. So it is a place for vishram. Ashram for vishram. Now I want to take some vishram in my life. It's all very painful outside. So I have to take some vishram. Aram se I'll sit. Peacefully I'll read Bhagavad Gita. Anybody comes and say, can you do this service? Oh, no, I can't do this service. I don't like this. Can you give me that service? Can you give this service? This and all, no. When you are a receiver, you contribute back. At least out of obligation. We had to come to this point. See, we can know where I am in my spiritual life. Otherwise, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has clearly told, you may be chanting, you may be doing whatever you are. You are simply fooling yourself. Dushtamana tumi kiser Vaishnava. Nirjanara ghare pratishtara tare tava harinam kevala kaitava. It is a cheating. Cheating yourself, cheating everyone. So we have to understand that when I receive, I have to contribute. If I don't contribute back what I am supposed to contribute, then there will be disturbance in the system. Starting from immediate material system to the system of even nature. So Krishna gave that. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha. Right? Brahmodbhavam aksharaha. All our prescribed duties are mentioned in the Vedas. As per that we have to do our prescribed duties. That is why any deviation from prescribed duty is considered as very serious. Because it leads to the overall disturbance. Imagine the cook that day suddenly feels that today I don't like doing this service. My mood is not good. I'm upset. Or some reason. The disturbance is for everyone. So sometimes we think like this. Today my mood is not good, so I think I can. Is this a justification? Arjuna's mood is also not good in the first chapter. That is the main reason why he's saying I'll not fight. He's saying my mood is not good. What is the chapter name? Bad mood of Arjuna. What is the chapter name? Arjuna Vishada Yoga. That means Arjuna's mood is not good. So he'll not fight. So did Krishna encourage? Even if your mood is not good, please come and do your work. Because you have received, now you have to contribute back. Sometimes we think like this. My mood is not good means I can escape from my service. I can, restrain from my service. Mood is good, not good. That is separate topic. But we have to do our duty, responsibility, service, so that the whole system continues to function and run. There is no disturbance in the system. That is called Yajna. That is why Krishna spoke about Yagna, and then he spoke about the people who did that kind of thing for sake of setting example. And Arjuna asked the question, what stops me from doing this? And that is lust, kama. So Krishna introduced the concept of kama that disturbs our idea of duty, prescribed duty, that idea of contributing back. Kama is all about receiving. Prema is about giving. So that is why Arjuna said, no, I don't want to give back by fighting. So what is disturbing him? Kama. So that is the third chapter. Third chapter ends with the concept of kama. And the fourth chapter elaborately discusses what is kama. And Krishna says, long, long ago, I gave the system called yoga system that helps you to conquer this kama. Long ago, I've already given this knowledge. I've given that system called yoga that helps you to come out of kama. So that's fourth chapter. It goes on like this. So we'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Nitai Gaur Premanand.